Well, hello, Kansas City Sunday Sound Off. I skipped last week, so I decided I'd do a little video tonight. Um, Tonight's topic is basic. Just want to tell you that, you know, what I do is for my life and it's for my health and it's about what is good for myself. And this is not to try to persuade anybody to change what they do, to be somebody that they don't want to be. Basically, I try to do these videos to basically explain to people about who I am now versus who I was years ago. And I know a lot of us did this whole like 10 year difference decade challenge thing, 2009 2010 deal. Like for me, it's very similar. This week I'm going to celebrate 7.5 years of sobriety. um, is that something to like parade around and clap my hands about? No. I mean, yeah, it feels good inside for me, but there isn't a change of day or any type of birthday cake or anything like that. It's just a celebration in my mind to know that it's another step, a part of this process that I'm going so towards whatever goal I'm going towards. And I guess the goal is just to completely stay sober, to stay on top of my life, to completely live my life, to be present for my family, to be present for my friends, to be present at my jobs, and to be present in my own life, because that is the biggest part of what I found, that drinking caused for me. A day like today at a Chiefs game, it was freezing cold outside. We had a great time out there today. I think the wind chill was almost 24, 25 degrees, what it felt like. The temperature was right around 32. It was cold. I am still cold. I've taken a shower already, and I'm still got a jacket on. But anyway, I just felt like I wouldn't have been able to do the type of things that I have. I wouldn't be able to do the type of things that I've accomplished in my life so far if I wouldn't have found a different way. I saw a lot of people today, really sick out there. I mean, they were really. I saw guys throwing up. I saw people passing out. I saw one person behind me, one row back, and our usher. I won't name her name because she's a friend of mine on social media, and she knows who what I'm talking about when I mention it. She was able to help a man that totally was passed out, and he needed help too. They had EMTs, they had the fire department come up, and they had to help the gentleman down, and he didn't know who he was or what was going on. And I just felt bad. I mean, I feel bad for people because, like, that was me so many times. Like, how many times the people had to take care of me at a Chiefs game? I mean, God, I wish I could find the people and personally thank them and tell them I am so sorry for being a complete idiot, and for ruining parties and for disrupting, friendship outings or family gatherings or Thanksgiving or whatever it might have been, all because of alcohol. So for me to be able to live free of that, it's a blessing for me. Do I want you to stop that? I'm not telling you to stop that. I think a lot of people get into their own emotions and they start thinking to themselves, well, he's telling us all these things on videos, and he's texting us about these type of ideas, and he's telling us about these meetings, and he's telling us about, his story or whatever. All I know is that I'm only trying to tell you about my life and what I do. What you do, I don't care. I actually went out with a friend on Wednesday night. We went out to two different clubs. I went to Throwback in Westport, and then Off Key for a little while to sing karaoke. We had a blast, and it was a great time. And she kept saying to me, she's like, well, are you gonna be okay? I mean, I've been drinking tonight. I mean, is it all right? I'm like, of course it's okay. I'm having a blast. And it was so great because the bartenders, and shout out to everybody at Throwback, shout out to everybody at the karaoke place. You guys were awesome. All the bartenders knew who I was. I walked in, I didn't even have to say anything. Diet Coke in a thing, or a Sprite. Do you want a Sprite? You want tonic water? What do you want? I mean, it was just like they even gave me choices. That's the kind of respect that this program gives me, and I feel that that's awesome. Like, it's just kind of like, when I used to bartend, people come in, what do you want, and then you basically, after you get to know the person, you already know what they want to drink. You're already making it as you see them walk through the door. I mean, that's the kind of respect that there is for this program, and people don't have to walk around in fear that somebody might be in a type of recovery or type of world that they don't do that anymore. You don't have to worry about us. Like, we are our own people, Just live your life. If you want to drink, drink please, and enjoy yourself. Just be safe about it. For me, I'm just trying to tell you that there is a serious allergy, a serious physical issue, mental issue, for reasons why I decided to give it up. And for me to share my story is for only others to understand that so some people have this stigma. They think, oh my God, he's gotten so drunk lately, so what are we going to do with him? Well, let's take him to rehab. Well, going to rehab doesn't always have to be the answer. Yes, I went to rehab, but I also know that I had some other options too. So slow down and take it one day at a time. Let's slow down and talk about this. For me, I always tell people, why don't you give me a call? We can talk about this. I'm always available after 5 p.m. every night. After I get out of school teaching, you can always get a hold of me. You can call me. You can get a hold of me on all my socials. We'll talk about this and maybe think of a plan. Like, just tell me some of your recent stories of what's going on, and maybe I can give you some suggestions. And yeah, maybe you don't have to stop drinking. Maybe you don't have to stop smoking weed. I don't know. Maybe you can just smoke weed and not drink. I mean, I don't know what your plan could be, but it doesn't mean you have to change something that you might enjoy. You might just have to alter it, For me, I found out through my own experiences. This is Eddie Russell's experiences, that I found out that when I smoked weed, I wanted to drink. When I drank, I wanted to do shots. When I drank shots, I wanted to keep going. And when I drank shots till I blacked out, and then the next day I'd wake up, I wouldn't know who I was or where I was, and then I would have to drink again. That way I could find any type of balance, because I was so just sick and it was no good. So see what kind of broken record that is? Like, for me, this is a much better lifestyle. I like being able to go to places and do things and having the full control. Yeah, we're going to get sick or a head cold or the flu or something like that, but at least we're in control of our thoughts, and we're not being slated by a drug or an alcohol, And people will come up to me and they'll say, like, well, I took pain pills and I did heroin and I've done this and I kind of got addicted to this and I don't know how to get out. I don't, honestly, here's my honest response. I'll tell people, like, I don't really know what to tell you there, because that wasn't my experience. I'm just trying to share my personal experience. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I am a teacher that works with special needs children, and I'm a DJ part-time. And I have history of being an alcoholic, and I have history of enjoying alcohol 24/7 till I'm throwing up, till I'm not eating anything, that I'm yellow in the face, and I feel like my whole body's falling apart. That's the type of drinking that I got to. I didn't start out like this. When I was born in a very, very strict family, and alcohol was never a part of that. It wasn't until college that I found that. And now that I'm 40 years old, and yes, I'll be turning 41 in a month, believe it or not, here I am today, and 7.5 years of no alcohol, no marijuana, no Xanax, no pain pills. I mean, not that those were really ever effective, but I decided just to make sure and stay away from them. No gambling. Gambling wasn't really a thing for me anyway, so it's not really hard for me to say no to that. I just choose not to. So there's just some things you find that make your life a little bit happier. And you don't have to follow those rules. You don't have to do any of those rules. You could appreciate that those are my rules, personally, for my own life, but I don't ever expect a friend, maybe a future girlfriend, or anybody in my life to ever follow those same rules or regiments. Please, just be yourself. If you want to order a glass of wine, god dang it, do it. Let me order it for you. Seriously. Like, this is my life. That's your life. You may like sushi, and I don't like sushi. So, then what are we going to do? So we go to some place where it has other choices on the menu. I mean, this isn't hard to figure out, really. So, stop stressing out about these things so much, people, and allow people to do different things. Everybody's different. We're all different, and we have our own type of ways of doing things. And you know what? This isn't about, because I go to AA or something like that, that I'm trying to instill that onto you. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you what works for me. It's kind of like if somebody told me, hey, I went to this gym over here in the West Side, and they did some really good stuff. I've lost 30 pounds. Do you want to come join me? Well, no, I really have my own workout regimen. Okay, great. Just thought I'd let you know. I mean, it's no big deal. So you don't think so much. Get out of your own head right now. So anyway, the Chiefs won the day. What a great day. It was cold out there, but we made it through. It was a fun day. I'm excited for the Chiefs to play the Patriots. And I appreciate all the good people out there. You guys were great this weekend. Thanksgiving weekend was awesome. I was really happy and very blessed to be around everybody that I got to see. And, I'm loving life. You just got to. You have to love life. There's going to be days that it sucks. There's days that I wish that everything could be great, but it's never going to be that way. So there's been some really awesome friends out there that have really helped out in certain times listening to me. And I just can't thank you guys all enough. I love all of you very much, and I appreciate every one of you. The ones that I've talked to this weekend, I really do. You know who I'm talking to. So anyway, you guys have a great week. It's Monday, back to work tomorrow for me, full time. And our next goal is Christmas break. So you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll talk next Sunday. Good night.